will testify.
When the United States Congress investigated the private equity industry last year, Eileen Applebaum was a key expert witness.
Most private equity money goes into acquiring large companies that offer few opportunities for improving operations and many for financial engineering.
A highly respected economics professor, Eileen Applebaum's views are in demand whenever private equity is in the spotlight. What sparked the inquiry in the United States was the collapse of what was once the world's biggest toy chain, Toys R Us.
The day before Bain and the others bought Toys R Us, its capital structure was 87% equity and 13% debt. The minute they bought it, its capital structure was only 17% equity and 83% debt.
In effect, Toys R Us paid for its own takeover, and the $500 million a year interest bill on that huge debt sent the struggling company to the wall, throwing over 30,000 people out of work. What does a failed US toy chain have in common with a collapsed Australian airline? Well, the Bain that took part in the takeover of Toys R Us is the same Bain Capital which looks set to get ownership of Virgin Australia. So Toys R Us may give us a clue as to what the future for Virgin under Bain will look like. Starting with Virgin's aeroplanes, of which it owns half. Those planes have been borrowed against, but Eileen Applebaum believes Bain will be looking for an opportunity to extract value from them as the loans are paid down.
But if things begin to recover, you can imagine that Bain would sell the airplanes to a leasing company, and then Virgin Australia will have to rent the airplanes back, and Bain will walk off with whatever they sold it for.
Another money-making strategy of private equity is what's known as the Management Services Agreement, which Eileen Applebaum says will be signed the day Bain takes control of Virgin. The airline will be paying hefty fees for advice and services it may or may not need.
A lot depends on how the negotiation or how that management services agreement is structured, whether Virgin Australia has a chance to come out of this in good shape.
Also affecting what shape Virgin will be in is how its takeover is paid for. Bain is offering $3.5 billion, but if, like Toys R Us, most of that takeover price is loaded onto Virgin's balance sheet as debt, the interest payments will be a big drain on Virgin's finances as it tries to reinvent itself to become viable. And then there's Virgin's boss, Paul Scurrah. On The Business 3 weeks ago, Mr. Scurrah was confident he'd be staying in his job.
I've worked very closely with Bain Capital on their plans, and they've backed me and my team to take this airline forward and make it the success we all know it can be.
But Eileen Applebaum wonders how that may unfold, saying private equity owners and incumbent CEOs often have different aims.
The first thing to look out for is, did they replace the CEO? That'll be a warning sign. And who did they replace the CEO with? Is it somebody who knows anything about running an airline? That would be very unusual.
Eileen Applebaum points to Toys R Us, where the CEO installed by Bain and its partners had no experience of the toy industry, which made a bad situation worse. But while she admits she's not Bain Capital's biggest fan, she doesn't blame it for pouncing on Virgin.
They're very aggressive in their use of debt, but on the other hand, nobody wants to give Virgin Australia any money. So it really has no choice.
Which leaves Virgin in the hands of private equity. Only time will tell if Bain Capital will be seen as a white knight or just another corporate raider.